One word. One word. If you haven't made a New Year's resolution yet, I encourage you to make a New Year's resolution around one word. If you have made one and you already gave it up, right? Because we actually celebrate a day we call Quitter's Day. Well, some people do. I think it's January 15th or 17th or 20th. It's not the end of January. It's about 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks after New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. And people call it Quitter's Day because it's when most people quit their New Year's resolutions. So if you have made one and already abandoned it, I challenge you to take this one word. If you don't want to make a resolution, I still challenge you to take this one word and do something with it. Damar Hamlin tweeted about it a few months ago. Pope Benedict tweeted about it a few months ago. What Hamlin tweeted, and as I message this, as I record this, Hamlin's in the hospital still, but it sounds like he's making incredible progress, and my thoughts and prayers are absolutely with him, his family, his friends, his teammates. But he tweeted, and I looked up some videos about and by Damar to get an understanding of who he is. And he tweeted about being extremely blessed and extremely grateful. And then he says he's pursuing greatness. Pursuing greatness. That's the word. Pope Benedict tweeted this a few months earlier in July of 2022. He tweeted, "The world offers you comfort, but you were not made for comfort. You were made for greatness." And from what I understand, I guess that was part of a speech he gave at World Youth Day to 1 million or so, or maybe more than 1 million young people. You were made for greatness. You weren't made for comfort. You were made for greatness. One word, New Year's resolution. Pursue greatness. Pursue greatness. See, so often I speak on this topic all over the world. Who are you becoming? I write books about it, do leadership workshops on it, and try to live with it in my life. And trust me, I'm not there. I don't pretend to be there. But one of the things around this framework of who are you becoming, people want more clarity. All of us want more clarity. People that we work with, people in our families, we need more clarity. Clarity can come from that one word, greatness. For example, what does greatness mean? We just celebrated Christmas, and I spent a lot of time thinking about this, thinking like, what does greatness feel like from the experience, the traditions that I have in my family around Christmas? And I thought, well, it should be more meaningful and memorable. Greatness in the Christmas season, it should be more meaningful and memorable. And I started telling people, don't get me gifts, don't get me stuff, get me experiences, if anything, or spend experiences with me. And I'll tell you about two of those. One, my 12-year-old daughter gave me an amazing gift. Absolutely love this gift. It's called Your Father's Story. Dad, I want to know everything about you. It says, give this book to your father to fill it out and return back to you. And I think she said, my daughter's 12, Maya, she said, Daddy, you have to finish it. It's a lot of pages. You have to finish it. Each page has a question or so. Here this question says, what did you want to be when you were little? In other words, what did you dream about becoming when you grew up? And the quote on the bottom of the page is, it takes courage to grow up and become who you really are, by E.E. Cummings. And the book is in the theme of that. Make things, greatness, I think you could connect it to, or part of the definition maybe could be as simple as make things more memorable and meaningful. Make this Saturday, make one of your weekday routines more memorable and meaningful. I think when we just take that word that Damar and Pope Benedict both tweeted, greatness, and we say, let me pick one little piece of my life and say, what's greatness feel like and look like? And greatness to me around Christmas traditions, one of the pieces of greatness is things that are memorable and meaningful. And I was looking at this book and I was talking to my daughter about it, and I said, so what do I do? Do I handwrite it all? I said, could I type it? She said, no, you're supposed to handwrite it. I said, well, my handwriting is rather sloppy. She said, that's okay, I can read it. And I said, so what? So I fill out the whole book? She said, yeah, and then not until you're done with the whole book. I think at that point, I'm supposed to give it to her. And I said, well, looking through some of the questions, I said, what? Could I do one question at a time and then talk with you about it? Because I was thinking about that word, greatness. And greatness to me, again, memorable, meaningful. Maybe doing one word at a time would make it more memorable and more meaningful. This page, quote on the bottom is Thomas Edison: our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. And on the top of the page, the question for the page, for this journal page, is, did you ever feel like giving up? What did you do? What should I do if I ever feel like giving up on something? And I haven't decided yet how to go forward with the book, but greatness, that's my one word, my challenge for you in your life as a parent, as a leader, whatever your roles are. Pick one little piece of your life. What's closer to greatness in this role? One more thing I want to touch on over the holidays. I also, with my daughter Maya, I started thinking, what are some memorable experiences that she would love? And we took a journey. We took a trip to visit a farm that has 21 Chincoteague ponies living there right now. They're temporary living there because the owner of the farm, wonderful woman, she trains the Chincoteague ponies after they're born to become a horse that it can be ridden or can be a pet. Because a percentage of the Chincoteague ponies, if you don't know the story, look it up. It's worth learning. It's actually a chapter in my upcoming book on creativity. But the Chincoteague ponies, about 300 or so wild ponies live on Assateague Island, and every spring, every summer, a group of them swim across to Chincoteague, and some of the newborns are sold off because the island can only handle so many ponies. It's an amazing experience, amazing story, so many amazing pieces to that. But this woman, Tipson, who owns this farm, Stony Creek Chincoteague Farm in Pennsylvania, she has 21 of these young ponies, a few months old, on her farm. And I thought, we could do this, we could do that, we could do the other thing. But that greatness, maybe it's an experience that's a little more memorable and a little more meaningful. My challenge to you, kicking off this new year of 2023, pick a pocket of your life. Maybe it's just a moment. Maybe it's a moment every day. I want to have a great interaction. I want to have a great conversation. I want to ask a great question. I want to spend time thinking of something that's related to the word greatness in my world. That's my challenge for you. Greatness.